Hey everyone, it's Allison from Determined to Shine. If this is your first time here, I would love to say a very warm welcome here at Determined to Shine. We are all about using the magic formula of creativity, spiritual connection, and community to drive away those yucky dark days that sometimes happen in life. So if you're having a dark day, you are in just the right place, and I am here to encourage and inspire you, and I hope that you know that every day is a new chance to start again. So sending you so much love to all of you. And with that, let's go ahead and dive right in. So for today, I have a deck walkthrough for you of a brand new Oracle deck to my collection. And then I'm also going to show you some of the fun creative things I've done with the deck and inspired by the deck. So we are looking at the brand new Soft Cosmic Concepts Oracle deck by Monica Ann. And I just discovered this deck and then pre-ordered it immediately, and it just arrived a couple days ago and I was instantly in love. So we will start by looking at the guidebook. It's just a standard small book, but what I do really like, she has kind of her introduction and how to use this deck, things like most guidebooks do. But what I love is she has, a couple of different types of cards. Concept cards and different suits are the first ones. And what I love are she has affirmations for these concept cards, which I think is really neat. So I just really like being able to integrate the messages from the cards. And so she does a really good job of that in every suit with having something practical. And then she has these action cards are next. And these are probably my favorite because they come with an inquiry. And asking yourself these questions and taking time to journal with it, things like that can just be a really powerful experience and moving towards healing. And then she has her energy cards that have potential outcomes and events, and her seasons cards and her elements cards. And then a message here at the back, and it's just a really powerful deck. Then it says, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that's a quote I've heard many times. I quote it a lot in my online classes and programs. I think it's just a really important thing to remember. And that's just that spiritual connection part of living life and getting through hard times, right? So, okay, let's dive into the deck. There are 42 cards. And they are kind of that standard Oracle card size. And then I did edge this deck in a light purple shimmer highlighter. You can see there's some of that shimmer. It's so pretty, and I just thought it really added to the aesthetic of the deck. I love edging and modding my decks. You'll see that a lot on this channel, and sometimes I will take you through it. For this deck, I used the Kirach glitter highlighter. These are made by Zebra. They come in a pack of 5, and I will link that in the description box so you can see if you want to grab these pens for yourself. I really like them for edging. The Crayola glitter markers also work really well if you want to have that metallic shimmer, but these have a really nice chisel tip instead of the bullet tip that the Crayolas have, and so that just makes it easier to run it on the surface of the side of your deck. And I found that the shimmer tends to stay a little more on the cards and a little less on my hands than it does with the Crayola markers. Okay, that said, so let's look at some of these gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And what I love about this deck, again, is that it just has a really cool style. And it's kind of this combination of photographic manipulation with collage work. I love this. These colors are just so me. I just fell in love with it immediately. How gorgeous is this? And here's the moonlight card. It says, I bathe in moonlight, and she whispers that everything will be okay. At this very moment, I know that I'm right where I need to be. Rain. Only after I called through the mud and waited for the sun to rise that I realized it was the rain that made me clean again. Ugh, I love these. Self-love. I've spent so long outside of my body that I've forgotten how soft and strong she really was. She welcomes me back with open arms and reminds me that I always have a home. I could read all of these to you. I'm so in love with them. I love the colors she uses, the combination of things. I love, Just the way she's changed the skin tones to all kinds of colors. It makes the deck really inclusive, so you can always see yourself in it. This release card I had such a profound experience with. I'm going to show you how I journaled with that a little bit later in this video. Unmask. Embrace yourself in your entirety. Speak your truth and allow your authentic self to shine through because you are worthy. Like I said, these cards just already have brought me so much encouragement. Illumination. Light from flames will begin to illuminate everything around you, revealing how things truly are. The journey, how great is this? So I'm just so in love with it, you guys. I could go on and on and on. And you'll see that the icons in the corner change with the card numbers, and that's to match those suits that I mentioned when we were looking at the guidebook. She reminds me of Sailor Moon, this transformation card. Accept and embrace the shedding of old skin as you continue to evolve and awaken. Then these are these seasons cards, which I love. Because seasons don't have to just be like literal seasons, right? Sometimes they are seasons of our life. Like sometimes we just go through our own personal winter or our own personal spring, summer, and fall. I love this summer period of vitality and fruition. And then here are these elements cards. So that's a quick run through of the deck. I know I went pretty quickly, but I did that intentionally because I want you to have a chance to discover this deck on your own too, right? But I just, it's so beautiful. It's so powerful. And it just really, like I said, I find it to be so encouraging. And it's this just bizarre combination of gentle and butt kicking, which I love because it asks some hard questions and it really makes you think. But it's also been just what I need. And we are in right now, as I'm filming this, still in the time of COVID-19 and quarantine. And I can use some encouragement, right? Not going to lie. So I love, love, love this deck. I have to thank you, Monica Ann, for putting this into the world. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I want to show you some of the fun things I've done with this deck. As I mentioned, it comes in a bag. And it's this just kind of gray plain bag. And normally I don't like it. I don't like plain deck bags. And I often just actually get rid of them. I keep about a third of my decks in bags or pouches instead of in their boxes. And it just kind of depends how the deck comes packaged, what I use. But I often just get rid of plain bags when they come because they just often feel cheap to me, and I like to use some really pretty ones. I have a giant collection. I could actually do a whole video on deck bags and my favorite places to get them. So if you want me to do that, leave a message in the comments and I'll see about that. But what I love about this deck bag that Monica used is it just feels really luxurious. Like it's kind of velvety, but it's not that like super cheap papery velvet you sometimes get. Like it's soft and fluffy, and I love feeling it. So I really loved the bag, but I wanted to still keep in line with the fact that I love pretty fun bags instead of plain bags. So what I actually did was I used an embroidered patch and I just glued it on the bag, and now it's super cute. I have a whole collection of patches. I like to get them from all over the place. Like I have a whole box of them. And whenever I'm in craft stores, I love to look for patches because I use them in my art journals. And so it occurred to me when I was looking at this deck bag that I wanted to use, but was wishing it wasn't plain, that would be a perfect use for the patch. So this heart patch I just got, actually it came in a set. I'll just reach over and grab it. It came in a set of 4 from Target of all places. So you just never know where you might find patches. So I just glued it on, and the best glue for patches that I found or for any kind of fabric work is the Beacon Fabri-Tac adhesive. So I'll link that as well. And then even though I loved this, I decided it needed one more final touch. So I decided to add a planner charm. And these are just like acrylic charms that are designed to be put into planners and journals, and I thought, why not a deck bag? This particular one is from a brand called Mommy Lay, but you can, if you just go to Etsy and Google like acrylic planner charms, you will find any kind of charm you could ever want. And I liked her with this green hair because I thought it just matched the deck really well. And because it came with this clip, all I had to do to use it is clip it right on the ribbon. And voila! So super cute. Now you have to know when you pull the drawstring, it is gonna fall, right? Like if you just, oh, now of course it's not, because it's like, oh, that's how I did that. Ha! I'm so excited. When I did this earlier, I attached it up here on this part of the ribbon, which makes it fall down to here. And I was like, oh, well, that's okay. But if you clip it on through that part of the ribbon that goes right here, it'll stay up there. So cute. I like that so much better. Ha! Learning in real time, friends. That's what we are about at Determined to Shine. So, super cute. And then I just keep the deck and the guidebook. The bag is big enough to fit both, which I super appreciate. Right in here. And how cute is that? I'm so in love. So in love, so in love. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you for this deck is some pages in my art journal. Now, I do a lot of tarot journaling and oracle card journaling and different kinds of things, and I'm going to show you a lot of that on this channel going forward. And some of those things are tarot specific, but this art journal is one that I handmade it many years ago. I still add to it all the time. It's just kind of a little book of things that make my soul happy. And I actually, like, so you can see it's not tarot specific. So, or, you know, oracle or whatever specific. It's just things that make me happy, like stickers and stamps I've colored in. And you can see I do occasionally put in work from various card decks. So this is the Judgment card from the Mystical Manga Tarot. If you want to see a video on that deck, let me know. I'd love to do one for you. It's a favorite deck of mine. So you just take a picture of the card, cut it out, add it in, and then I just layered it with a bunch of other things. I didn't include a date or reading notes. I have that written down somewhere else, but I just wanted to do something further with the card besides writing down the reading because it was so powerful. And I love just doing that kind of thing. And this book, I don't know if it'll ever be like totally done. There's just like lots of random fun and happy things in here. So I'll take you to what I did for, this is just a bookmark I made. What I did for this deck was, as I mentioned, I had a really powerful experience with the release card. And again, it says, your body is a garden, but you've let others plant flowers in your lungs. They grow while you grasp for air. Cut them off so you can breathe again. And I was so struck by that because I'm just at this point in my life where I'm letting a lot go because I have a lot more to bring forward. So I was so touched by it. So again, after I recorded all my reading notes and did my journaling, took a picture of the card, cut it out, put it in here. I just print my pictures of cards right from my printer, but you know, depending on what you have, there's lots of different ways you could do that. And then I just used these enamel hearts and stars. They come like this, just to kind of further up this balloon into the corner. And that's all I wanted to do. I decided to keep it really simple, but it just made my heart so, so happy to do this because I really got to creatively express that release in addition to the way that I wrote it down. And that's what is unique about Determined to Shine, is that we kind of take these spiritual concepts and put them into art to explore that healing. So my goal is every time I do a deck walkthrough for you guys that I always have some sort of creative exercise for you. Just a couple other things to highlight on here. This is just a vellum page, so if you flip it, you can see another page. This is a bookmark that came with the deck. These are some cards in a McDonald's packet. So there's lots of, you can see I do have fun ways to use them in here. This here is a postcard that I received when I backed the Sacred Mothers and Goddesses deck by Claudia Olivos or Olivos, excuse me. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, on Kickstarter. And this is a really, really beautiful deck. It is technically out of print right now, but it is coming out in mass market soon. So if you want to see more of this deck, let me know and I can do a walkthrough for you. But yeah, sometimes when you back a Kickstarter deck or you buy a deck on Etsy, you get these little postcards and things, and I think they're so great to use in art. And I just combined that with, you know, this is cut out of a magazine, that's just a sticker, there's a ticket stub there, pattern paper from scrapbooking, and just some paint. So I love the way this looks. I had so much fun with it. And that is what I have for you from the Cosmic Concepts Oracle. I hope that you love the deck as much as I do. I hope you're excited to play with it and learn and grow and explore yourself creatively. I can't wait to see what you hear of the deck, what you hear of the video. Let me know in the comments what you're doing creatively. You can find all the links you need for everything I've shown you in the video in the description box. And if you want to learn more about art journaling as a path to healing, be sure to sign up for my free class. It's called 30 Days of Art Journaling, and we'll dive right in and teach you everything you need to know. So sending you all so much love. Remember that dark days are temporary and that it is never too late to decide to be determined to shine.